Good, 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 good evening, everybody. This is a wonderful occasion. I'm very excited and very happy to discuss episode 3 of season 2 of Invincible. I'm joined by my usual guests with this coverage run, Victoria and Oseghale. And although the day is dark, the sun is down, I am very, very happy, more than you believe, to discuss this episode. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good. I'm still in between hairstyles. Sorry to the baddies. I'm still in between hairstyles. But I will be getting a trim before my trip to Atlanta on Thursday. So
Oh,
by the
look at
next
this
time we
bad
have
signal.
Yeah.
by the next time
Even
we
drop
have
the location.
by the next time we have the pod, I will be back to my full form.
Okay.
He said ATL hotties, I'm coming
Hits me
through.
up. I'm
Let me
surprised
know
they
what's
even
up.
dropped the address.
No, 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 that's too dangerous.
Yeah. As for me, my struggles are showing on my face very well today. So I have the sunglasses on, even have the bandana. It's giving tough times, guys. But this podcast episode is a beacon of light in my life. So let's go.
And we hope it's a beacon of light in the life of our listeners.
I mean, they don't have a
That's that's
choice.
that's all we can hope for. So all right, guys. I don't think there's any way to beat around the bush, or there's any need to beat around the bush. The only thing I'll say is please go check out the Popcorn for Dinner podcast page. There's loads of content that we put out there that you guys might be interested in. We covered David Fincher's latest movie, The Killer. Had a quick straight out the cinema review of that with Bankole on Popcorn for Dinner. We're also covering. We also have previous episodes of Invincible, so please just go check the Popcorn for Dinner feed. You could find something that interests you.
You will
Now,
find something
you
that will
will,
interest you.
you
Yeah.
will, and
Just
if
have
you
to
don't have
clarify.
something you are watching, you will find something to watch.
Yeah.
So yes,
If we haven't covered a single thing that you're watching, you lost taste.
I thank you.
You
Exactly.
lack taste.
That's
And you
how I
need to
put it.
fix it. Yeah.
So, guys, Invincible. So, last episode we had our usual discussion, and I called this episode. I felt this episode 3 was the episode of reckoning. So many things we mentioned in the
Mm-hmm,
last
mm-hmm.
episode. So many things we asked questions about. They came forward, and there's only one place to start. I'm sorry, but we're going to start at the end. We are going to start at the end, right? What's the fuck? Like,
But you know what?
okay,
Yeah.
yes,
I was low key suspicious because
okay,
let me find the phrase I wrote down. Because when Invincible boarded the little creature's vehicle to go into space, whatever, he was like, because you're telling him like, call me Invincible,
yeah,
not like Mark, whatever his
Mark.
name is. So he said, I'm invincible. And the creature guy said, so far. I said, ah, it sounds like he threats. So I already knew that it was suspicious. And we land on the planet, and who do we see?
Who do we? Okay, wait. So even now that you even say that, it brings up a point
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't even clock this while watching the episode. Is that I don't know at what point that praying mantis creature figured out his name was Mark, because Mark shouldn't is Mark isn't known as Invincible. He's not like they don't know that Invincible is
True.
Mark Grayson. So I didn't even just clock that now. But yeah, I didn't suspect a thing. I was just there
I
saying, I want
did.
to see. I was like,
Hmm.
Mark is mounted around the universe. They want him like this. So I was like, Until they
No.
got to the planet and everything was looking nice and cushy. I was like, this is a bit strange. But I didn't suspect a thing. I was like, Ali, what about you?
I mean, bro, man, you know me. I don't trust nobody. And it's like for the fact that he pulled up disguised as Seon's dog, it's like, bro, come on, man. This is a suspicious nigga, bro. Because if you're not
Mm-hmm.
suspicious, why are you pulling up in a different form? Like,
Exactly.
I was already like, this doesn't smell right. And that's why I keep going back to the fact that these niggas' frontal lobes are not developed. Because it's like, this nigga just came, told you that, oh yeah, bro, my planet is in some shit right now. This nigga ain't sent you no proof, no video, no nothing.
You're
And you were like, okay, yeah, fuck it, let's go.
like, word.
Like, come on,
And
bro.
remember what I said last episode is that like Mark is going to bang uni like a bastard, bro. This guy
That's
just
Yeah,
dropped
it.
3 weeks.
all his books. He was like 3 weeks, maybe six, but I'm just going to be away to help these guys on the other. No superheroes on the
But
entire
also
planet.
justice for Amber because she was like, "It's alright, baby. You go do your thing."
I'll
You
tell you
know,
something. I think
holding it down.
the writers and producers have seen the hate Amber got last season, and they were like, "Let's just make this babe very agreeable because she is so." She didn't even. She was just, and they're purposely putting her in positions where she would just be like, "Oh, don't worry, baby, go crazy, like go do
Yeah.
your thing."
Bankole also wanted to comment that he's very happy that he held on
Mhm.
to his Amber stocks when others
Okay.
were doubting. Now see,
Okay.
I too, as a supporter of Black women unconditionally, mostly
Yes.
unconditionally, I too saw the light in my hot girl Amber. I couldn't see the hate you guys spoke of last season. I only
And
saw
it,
a hot girl who wanted to
and
be
it,
treated right,
and
who's now standing by her man.
it's
Hmm. Hmm.
ironic because if Amber was a little more firm, maybe our boy wouldn't be in a different galaxy now,
Are you
coming
trying to
face to
shift the
face.
blame on his foolishness on Amber? Please don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll tell you this. Amber
Wait,
is she's being very understanding right now, and
Hmm.
it's scaring me. It's
You're
scaring
scared.
me a
You're
little
hmm,
frightened.
bit. It's scaring
hmm.
me a little bit because it's
As
like once, like, bro, this guy said that, oh yeah, first of all, they had just had sex. Like, I guess that was the first time. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
because she was scared about breaking bones and,
Exactly.
yeah.
I'll also get back to that later. So they just had sex for the first time, and now he pulls up and he's like, oh, I'm about to go to another galaxy for 3 weeks. It's like, what's in the box? Is he scared? Is he scared? like, like she's being a little bit too understanding. I don't know. I find it suspicious. Maybe I'm overthinking it though. Maybe I'm
I think
overthinking
you
it.
were thinking it. Just allow
yeah,
this babe to love this man.
Fair enough.
true, true. Let's give
Yeah.
Amber the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, as we were saying about
Mm-hmm.
Omni, I can't even say his name. I would see my mouth was shaking to say his name, like the guy that showed up at the end of the episode. Well, I didn't suspect anything. Mark got there and they were like the leader. Blah, blah. The most insane thing about that whole thing is the way Omni Man is just like, "Hello, son," and he's just smiling like a fool, like he didn't just try and kill him like last year. There's
Also,
something wrong with
sorry,
that guy.
quick comment. Bankole
Yeah.
also said Omni-Man's fit was going hard.
Yeah, the drip
Yeah.
Is
was
that is
tough.
that
No cap.
is that a direct quote going on?
No, that's literally, I'm reading verbatim.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Also,
so
his
yeah.
final comment, can't believe they want to make Optimus Prime a villain. Bankole have not delivered this in the right
Who's Optimus Prime?
voice.
Oh, oh,
I
oh, oh, I think I know what he's referring to. I
even
think.
I
Yeah.
don't know. So Bankole, if
So
this was not how you wanted it delivered, I'm
so
sorry.
so I think he's referring to the guy who's the leader of the coalition. I think that's the guy that voices Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I was saying his voice sounded familiar, but I couldn't place it, so I'm guessing that's what it is. He's Optimus Prime.
hmm.
Yeah,
Alright,
he
alright.
is Optimus. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that he says apologies,
Well,
I
Bankole is
so
a well watched
yeah,
man. I love
like
that.
Yeah,
This is
Bankole
why you
is
should
good. Like
listen to
that's
the podcast because
exactly
we have TV
yeah,
enthusiasts here.
Yep.
Yeah,
knowledge
sorry.
bases.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, what do we think is going to be the conversation between Omni Man and Mark
Man's about to fuck that man up.
again? No, come on
I
now,
think so.
come on.
Maybe if he doesn't listen, we'll just do some 1-2 blues just to see if he's gotten stronger, just to test, the stock, and then he'll probably let him go, maybe, but maybe
Come
not.
on.
Like who knows?
I
Who
think
knows?
I think this might be the Future Might training arc for Mark. I
Okay.
think Omni Man, like the way he presented in that last episode,
Hmm.
maybe he has potentially had a change of heart. And because if you notice the planet that he's on, right,
Hmm.
is not in shambles, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
doesn't look like he came and just fucked shit up and took over. I mean, obviously there's no way to tell, right? Because we've only gotten glimpses.
Hmm.
But now it's like, okay, like he thought about everything that happened with Mark. He has already abandoned his post and already gone against the other Viltrumites. So at this point, the most logical thing to do would be to prepare Mark to fight the rest of the Viltrumites. So that's why I feel like this might be a Viltrumite training arc for Mark. That's
Fight with
depending
him.
on how they. Yeah, so he's going to fight with Mark and like just make him stronger generally. Maybe tell him like some more weaknesses that Viltrumites have, things like that. So I'm guessing that's where my mind is going. But that might also just be because I watch too much anime. We'll see.
Yeah,
So
that's a shout to be honest.
we were thinking
Sorry.
last episode that like Mark is
Hmm.
going to, explode at one point in the season or be a villain. Which shout out to Twitter user Black Tint who listens to the podcast. Oh yeah, we do give shout outs if you listen to the podcast. And he says he thinks Mark is definitely going to go berserk at least once. And as luck will have it, I actually do believe this might be the episode where Mark goes berserk just upon seeing Omni Man and doesn't think and just attacks him straight away, which will obviously not end well. But yeah, like I don't know. I wasn't expecting to see Omni Man. I'll put it like even when I saw something was fishy on the planet, I was expecting okay, we'll find out some. I was not expecting to see Omni Man at all. Also,
Not
that
at
does that
all.
kind of change his like Omni Man suit or something? When he wore the
Nah, it's
gold
the
plated
uniform.
whatever, I was hoping he would have something else all around it. But yeah, the gold and the red was a bit crazy. But yeah, man, I think Mark is gonna go crazy. Omni Man is going to capture him or something. I think I'm on Oseghale's side about the he'll capture him. They'll do a training arc because where else is Mark going to go? Omni Man is not going to release him, and it's just me and you here,
Hmm.
bro. Like just me and you. And they said it's far, far away. So yeah, man, he's back. Omni Man. I
Yeah,
was so shocked by the ending of that episode.
it was a big shock. I
I
mean, I
was
was
stunned.
expecting. I thought they were gonna like bring him into battle, or I don't know, marry someone else. I was expecting something, but when I saw Mr. Sir, I saw wow. But I said he was gonna show up. I was like, they can't leave this man to the end. But like, what happens if it's a different dimension? There's this dimension thing is really. I think it's his
No,
dimension. Actually, let
no,
me
it
not make it
is
complex.
the
I think
Omni
it's
Man. Omni-Man
his dad.
smiled with an air of familiarity, and like
Mm,
he knows that nigga. He smiled like he knows him. He's the
mm,
same dimension. It's the same one.
yeah, let's keep it simple. That is our Omni Man.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of Optimus Prime and his villainy and this leader of the coalition, blah blah. What do we? Okay, do we think this guy is a Viltrumite? What's his end goal? Why is he snitching for these niggas? Like, what is his why? What's his mo? What's his goal? What's his motivation?
Probably power, like all.
Power of what though? Unless he's a Viltrumite, those guys won't respect him. Like Viltrumites
I don't
literally, I think,
know.
only respect power. Like only the strongest of the strongest rule in Viltrum. Like, like according to what I heard, they did a. When he said Viltrumite against Viltrumite hasn't happened since the Great Purge.
The great
They
part,
did a
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the thing in Viltrum where they killed all the weak ones, bro. So,
Oh.
so yeah, those guys do not play.
I mean, honestly, if it's not power, he might just be a pussy. Maybe he's scared to face the Viltrumites and he knows they're going to come for the coalition eventually. So he's trying
That
to be on the winning side.
that is one thing I was thinking because even when they showed the whole coalition thing, and I was thinking, really, really, if a planet like the Viltrumites want to take over the universe, what can anybody do? Like you really can't stop them. You can just beg them to do it in the most painless way possible.
Like, literally, Allen was their best hope, and look at what happened to him, bro.
Guy, this goes back to what I said in episode 1. You can't be helping people, just say no. Because he was chilling. There was something that they said. What did they send him to do? To find someone who can beat him up,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then his second task was about discovering who the plant was, the mole. And the guy was gassing him up like, oh, you're so valuable, whatever. These corporate people, man. You just can't just say no. Actually, in short, I was triggered actually. Because I was thinking about them, like all the side of desk projects I had to do. Because the leaders would be telling you, oh, do this extra
You're
project so you
so
can get
good.
do the promotion. Corporate
Corporate life bad, man.
shackles. Yeah, but back to the actual episode and back to the lesson of the day once again. Say no to helping people.
Say no to help you people. But oh yeah,
Just
true.
say
Because
no.
even yeah, let not to go back or anything, but Mark was even very insane for like just agreeing on a whim like that to go to another
Bruh.
Guy,
dimension. Like I'm even
6 days
like
away.
also I don't even know who he thinks he is. He just started his hero journey, bro. Like he doesn't even
Bruh.
know what's causing. What if he knows he's not even the strongest? So what if he got there and found people stronger than him destroying this planet? That was an extremely
Exactly.
foolish move from this boy,
Bruh.
man.
He's now pissed off Cecil again as well. Because Cecil was
Bruh.
like, Mark, don't go, yo.
Yep.
Mark was like, I gotta do this, bro. He now threw
Cecil.
a low blow. And he was like, your father felt the same way, which was a very shitty thing to say, Cecil,
And
sir.
it's Cecil a Fed, bruh. That's
True.
expected behavior from a Fed. But I
Cecil
will
had
say
to try
this.
anything, man.
I would say this in this situation, obviously, Cecil was right because he's like, nigga, why the fuck would you just go to a different planet that might even be a different galaxy
Yeah,
because this guy came and told you some sub story?
it's the arrogance, man. The
With no
complete
proof. He wasn't
arrogance.
even looking battered or anything. He looks like relatively composed. You
Yeah,
know, this isn't someone
exactly.
whose country is,
This guy
every
hasn't
planet
seen war.
is.
He's
Yeah, he doesn't know
enjoying.
the struggle. He doesn't know the fight. Yeah,
Oh god.
so that's tough.
Now. We've gone to the end. Let's come to the
Back
beginning,
to the
right?
beginning.
So now when we go back to the beginning, I have to ask. I had to check multiple times. Are we watching Invincible or are we watching Sex and the Heroes or Sex and the City? What is going on here? I was like, when did this show become so vulgar?
I mean, it's college. You got to start college with a bang, and he did.
Yeah,
You know?
they
Because
showing the real college experience. You feel me?
Yeah.
even last episode, Victoria was like stress relief for Mark from all his
What
heroes,
did I
and
say? What did I
what
say?
lie when the thing started, and I was like, when did this show get so vulgar? Apart from the whole sex innuendos, they just brought out condoms, just straight up, just put the shit there, like,
Safe
yo,
sex is important. They're,
Yeah.
imparting the messages. Yeah.
And I appreciate that Amber asked all the right questions when having
Questions.
sex with a superhero because people
Yeah.
don't be asking those questions
They
and it
just be
be leading
diving
to
in.
problems. And it leads to problems.
like
Like this is a small anecdote because like I don't know if you guys have ever read like the Spider-Man comics. There's a particular Spider-Man comic, right? That Mary Jane dies because Peter's sperm is radioactive. So that was a very important question that Amber asked.
Wow.
Very
fair
important
enough.
question.
I even
Like,
thought that was fair enough. That's insane. Damn. So Peter was just free. That's crazy imagery, man.
yeah.
Fair.
So she asked a very important question.
She asked the important questions, man, and it was everybody has developed super speed when it comes to sex, but that even the turning off of lights is shocked down when she
He
said, "Can
was
you turn
so
off the
quick.
light?"
She was like,
Fuck no
damn,
one,
what am I getting into?
fuck no one hear anything, man.
Magno, yeah, man.
Bro, and then they we left those ones, went to a different planet, and what were those ones doing again?
I knew
When
those guys were smashing though.
Oh, for
If you
sure.
see the way they looked at each other when they, guy, the chemistry instantaneous. So when I saw her in his room, I said, "Of course, let's go."
this show,
Little did they know that that would be the last time.
This is
yeah,
why you gotta just enjoy life while you can, cause you
yeah,
never know
man,
when
it's
your
the
last
last
snack will
time.
be your last snack. He just wanted to go and have, replenishment meal after the
So,
festivities. And next thing, the guy's guts are all over the solar system.
Bro,
You
exactly.
know,
crazy stuff.
so you gotta just do what
S-
you want while you can.
Smash your crush, smash your girl, smash your man, smash another man's man, smash another man's girl, because you never know
Yeah,
when you're gonna go, bro.
Whoa, whoa,
you
whoa,
literally.
play. Some of those things will make you go a little bit faster.
Oh, but yeah, it's really Alan. It's sad because Alan was a really nice character. I liked Alan. Like every time he shown up, I really liked him. And Seth Rogen was doing a great voice with the voice act, and he was funny. He was really funny. And those Viltrumites, man, those niggas are sick. They don't play. That scene was so scary. I was
Can
like,
I say
That
the
what?
was some
backhand
shit, bro.
slap? The backhand slap on the black guy. I'm sorry, I laughed.
That was some shit, man. I
That
can't
was
even lie.
so funny to me.
I
And the
I
whole scene. It's like I was gonna say, you know, like when you're playing football and you're doing like the one touch up in the air thing, they're
Yeah.
just kicking him back and forth.
They're just
I'm
Those
fucking up,
guys are
and
sorry.
everybody was powerless to do shit, bro. Like it was looking like, damn, this nigga is dead. This is our champion right here, bro. This is our champion right here. They turn this nigga to dog food, bro.
those guys
Beat
are
him up like a
so fed up.
pinata. It's
What?
crazy.
Why did three of them need to pull up? One of them could have done the job. Like the thing is, like when
Bro,
he came up, I was scared, bro. I was shaking. So imagine three of them. One of them is already enough, and they brought three,
what
and they were
theory,
just
bro?
passing this guy around, and they could have killed him at any point, but they just wanted to make him suffer.
Literally.
Nah,
It's
I,
terrible.
I fear those Viltrumites. But I wonder why they're interested in like. So a couple things I didn't know before this episode aired. Right, one, the whole thing about that it seemed like a big deal that Omni Man had an Earth son, and if
Hmm.
you, I don't know if you're a long time listener of the podcast or if you're new, in our Invincible season one wrap up, I remember wondering if Omni Man had children on other planets, but it seems like it's not a Viltrumite thing to do. You're not supposed to have children. You're not supposed to fall in love. You're supposed to have children. So that means this is unprecedented
Yep.
territory where it's like a Viltrumite has a child. So yeah, those guys seemed really pissed about that. Also, the fact that he abandoned his post. So he didn't just leave as per, oh, I'm really sad about my son. This was a big deal, him leaving Earth, which was obviously his post and his planet to conquer. So yeah, he's obviously now fallen foul of the Viltrumite Empire as a whole. So it's going to be. It looks like you might not like it. People might not like it, but it looks like it's going to be Omni Man and Mark against the Viltrumites, or Omni Man is now public enemy number one to the Viltrumites. So Mark might see his father die, bro, because I don't think Omni Man can. Like we already said, Omni Man isn't the strongest Viltrumite, but I don't think even he can win against two or three Viltrumites if they decide to find him and face him. So yeah, it's he is public enemy number one now, both on Earth and with the Viltrum Empire. He has no home. That's why he's hanging around praying mantis people.
Can I also say, like, listeners, do listen to the season one recap because Ibuka was
Yes.
discussing Viltrumite grip, which was very
Wait,
interesting.
Whoa,
wait.
whoa, whoa.
So you guys just gotta
all,
listen to that.
all I
That's
said,
all I
all I
gotta say.
said, I can give you guys the post
The
notes version of it.
soundbite.
All I said was that Omni Man was permanently angry and frowning because imagine going from the strength of Viltrumite grip to regular human grip. And that and that is why he was permanently angry and could never really fully love Debbie. So that is you don't need to listen to this to the episode if that's what you want to hear. But yeah,
You
it's
know
But they should
what?
still listen to the episode though.
I mean, you know what?
go.
That's a fair enough theory. I'm not gonna lie. That's fair enough.
I don't want to imagine it, but yeah. And you see Amber asking those questions. That's the same questions I would ask if I had to have Viltrumite babe. So yeah, man. Now. There's so much to cover in this episode. What should I say? Thing. So with what do you call it? I don't think there's much to discuss about Alan, but we can go to one of our favorites. People talk about this episode or this season, unfortunately, Debbie. It was just good old therapy and counseling. We were worried that it was something interesting with the card, but it was just good old therapy. But more, even there, Debbie can find safety, man. She can find
But you
some
know, low
recourse.
key, I feel
Yeah.
like is it what's the name of the babe that gave her the card? Is it
Olga,
Olivia? What was her
Olga.
name?
Olga, Olga.
Olga. She's low key an op because she knows that Debbie's man caused the
Hmm.
pain of at least 8 spouses or whatever, however many people he killed. And she
Yeah.
sent her to that support group. Like, I'm even happy that like it was just in the presence of one other person that found out that like she's the wife of Omni-Man, because if it was like in the midst of all of them, they would have beat
Yes.
her ass up,
But
But
as
is it
like,
in
fair though?
reparations. I mean, it's
Is
no,
it
not
fair?
fair, but like if you see the wife of the guy who slaughtered your spouse, you will be
Hmm.
thinking rationally. You're just gonna be like, I gotta throw some hands. And unfortunately, the
But
hands are gonna come to you.
she's also a victim. That's the thing.
I
She
mean,
was a
yeah,
big
but they're not
victim.
really gonna. Cause he was like he told her like you should have known. Basically, that's what he told her, right?
Mm.
So, I mean, I'm glad that it only came out in front of one person as opposed to the whole group. Like I like that for her, but when she walked into therapy, I was like, yeah, this is never gonna work because once they find out that you're this man's wife, it's a wrap.
Yeah, but Vicky, back to that point, right? So they said during the sessions, right, that like there's a
You're
lot
not
of
meant to
confidential, yeah,
disclose.
there's a lot of
Mm,
confidential information. That's why they don't disclose last names and they don't disclose who their partner actually was, right? So I think the actual therapist already like thought about that, right? Because
mm,
it's like I think the only reason like she even ended up mentioning it is because the guy told her that yeah he was Gringo's like spouse, and then she just started feeling guilty too because it's like
mm.
damn like how can I start off this like meeting this guy and not tell him that oh shit like Omni-Man is my husband, like that's kind of fucked up, you feel me? So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean long story short, Debbie in hell right now, man.
Also, though, like I think they would have put two and two together. Even Debbie was already talking too much, talking about when we want to Thailand, we'll fly to Italy, and people would
Guy,
have
I was
started
like,
wondering
babe, who
which
is
hero will
your
have this power exactly.
exactly?
Which hero will have
Yeah.
this power if not the one and only the man
I
himself.
think they would have found out eventually.
But yeah,
Mm,
that guy was being unfair to Debbie. I'm so like, come on, like,
yeah.
he should know. He should know that it wouldn't have been so easy. Omni Man, and she even said she didn't know. She was crying. She was sad. Kai,
Mm.
what's Debbie going to? And Mark now has gone to uni. At least Mark has a babe.
Mm-hmm.
Mark has his whole life to look forward to. She has spent her life with this guy, and she has figured out now that I don't know what Debbie needs, man. I really
She
don't.
needs a hot boy.
I
She
don't know
has to
what's going
find
to
her
say.
own summer spice.
She needs to
Yeah,
go to another fucking dimension. That's what she needs to do.
true. That's an idea. She needs like a 50-something-year-old Omni Man that's not evil. Honestly.
Or someone that's not a superhero. She can diversify.
She
Hey
too
man,
deep. She too deep into the life,
like
man.
we just spoke about how difficult it can be going from
Word, word.
from class A to yeah. So
Noted, noted.
let's just stick to
Gotta
what she
find her
knows.
another Viltrumite. I got it, I got it.
Let's just stick to what she knows. I beg. Ah, well,
Let me see
so
what else happened
we have one last episode this season,
before the
which
season.
I think this season is just going to be the end of the episode. Sorry, episode 4. I think the episode is just going to be mostly Mark and Omni Man, like sorting their shit out, because that is
Mm-hmm.
where everyone's focus is now. There's nothing we're
Yeah.
looking forward to see in Alan the Alien. There's nothing we're looking forward to see in the Guardians of the Globe, which will come back and do like a little 5 minute segment on those guys. But it feels like next episode is perfectly primed to be Omni Man and Mark, and they're probably going to give us more backstory and exposition. They gave us some this episode, which I was really happy about. But yeah, what do you guys think the last episode is going to be, or what are you hoping to see in the last episode?
Fighting.
Fighting. Oh yeah, we did have a lot of fighting this episode.
I want to see more.
Yeah, I want them to see like I want to see how they're gonna like build out the path forward for Mark and Omni Man because it's like bro like it's insane, right? Like your father just tried to kill you, killed hella people on your planet, told your mom that she was like a pet to him, used your face to like kill people. Like, bro, there's so many things to unpack, and it's like now he has kind of kidnapped you and taken you to this planet. You don't even know what the fuck is going on. And imagine after all that, he's like, Mark, I want to make amends. And Mark is like, bro,
Yeah,
how?
and he's just greeting you like nothing happened. He
Bro.
doesn't even look like he wants to make amends. He's just greeting him like he just like they just woke up on a Saturday morning and he just saw him downstairs and he's frying eggs. Say how on the eyes son.
That's
It's very scary. Is this I think me personally, like this episode 3 was my favorite episode of the season so far.
So
I
oh
far.
think,
for sure.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot
it's
occurred.
it was my
Yeah.
favorite episode. It had everything that's great about Invincible. But so far, I think the season has been really strong. Like, there's not been one episode where I've thought, this is a little weak or this was filler. Everything
Mm.
feels tight.
Hmm.
So and it's even the one that's made me feel like rewatching season one again.
Mm. I have to say, and
Now,
I never thought I'd be saying this, but like
uh,
Rex asked important questions this episode.
I
I mean,
was
he
going
said
to
some stupid things, but
I was going to
I was
bring them
shocked.
up,
he was
and
the only one that asked this guy, like, where you from
where's
again?
this? And he was like, "Are you
And
guys
I'm
not
like,
seeing this guy?" What the
Rex,
fuck?
being the hope of the Guardians of the Globe, or whatever they're
They,
called.
they're all
It's tough
distracted.
times for that team.
Love is distracting all of them, man. Love is
Bro,
distracting all of them.
So unserious.
I'll say this though, that bit that Duplicate spoke about her connection with Immortal was
Yeah.
crazy deep, bro. Because
Wait,
she's like, he's the only person that has died as many times as she has. And it's like she can't find that anywhere. And that's so crazy because like I never thought of it, right? Because it's like, yeah, Duplicate has clones, but like I didn't think that when they died, she felt it. Right? I thought it
She
was
feel it, yeah.
like shadow clone juice to like, yeah, them niggas
yeah,
just disappear into smoke type shit. But like they actually physically die and she feels all of that. So that's actually
yeah.
very crazy.
That's actually crazy.
Somebody said, well, not me. Somebody said,
These
fear, fear.
disclaimers are killing me. What you
Somebody
want to
said,
say?
fear women, and when they are superheroes, fear them twice as strong because it went from if you add up all the ages of my duplicates, eh, I'm almost the same age as Immortal. It now became when you think about it, this guy is the only guy that has died as many times as me. So Rex is
I
not thinking.
mean,
I
That's
mean,
just
you know,
that's
it's
just
women,
be-
you can't
it's
you
just
can't
girl
disagree.
it's
math.
just girl math. Yeah, that's what
It's
it is.
just it's just girl math, guys. Like that's just how it goes, you know. But
Because Rex was too
I'm
stunned
sorry.
to speak. He didn't have anything to say. You can't
I
counter that
mean,
because she's not lying.
he was saying craziness. He was like, "You were cheating on." She told him that, as in Kate told Rex, "You were cheating on me with E first," because he was like, "I'm not a cheater." Da, 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 da. He now said, "Okay, but that worked in your favor. Are you sick? Are you actually sick?" No.
Rex is hilarious, man. Rex is hilarious.
Rex is too he's actually too funny. Like that's a Negro right there. Rex is too funny. Like that guy is on some shit, bro.
Rex, Rex is he's too. Before I didn't like him for a long time, but now I'm actually seeing his comedic value. Like his humor before used to irritate me, but now I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. You're just mad, so let's keep you.
For me, I was just happy that they were training. I was like, yes, they're in the gym. They're doing
Oh
things.
yeah,
I saw Beast
finally.
Girl on the treadmill. Yes, go run. Build up that endurance. Let's go.
The
No,
Guardians, man, they're done for. They are done for. Even I don't even think Mark is part of the team, right? Cecil
No, he's
refuses
not
to
not.
add him to
really.
the.
He's like a
Yeah,
sub.
He's a consultant.
perfect, perfect
Literally,
description of him.
you know. Also, another lesson from the episode. We saw. I forgot his name. Is it Robot Boy? Whatever that homeboy is.
Or Rudy,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
him. You know, he shot his shot. For me personally, last time I shot my shot, I almost died. So I can't really advise that with my chest, but you got to shoot your shot to get what you
This
want,
is
guys.
this is so this is
Lessons,
so.
lessons from Vic, life lessons from Invincible by Vic.
Rudy had to
Yeah,
go into his brain to check his fear response and the pathways for fear in his brain just for him to shoot his shots. Or more.
this episode was actually low key deep
It
because if you
was
actually deep this stuff, you guys, I
there's a
had an
lot going on.
existential crisis. I'm not gonna lie. There's so much. Live while you can.
Live while
Push
you
past
can.
fear. Don't help people. Shoot your shot. It was a lot this episode actually.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't want to wrap up this episode, but I want to wrap up this episode, but I also want to ask you guys a
I'm
quick
screaming. It's giving
question.
conflict.
And you know how like people one thing that the writers can do that will fuck all of us up, and it's going to be the question I'm gonna ask you. If
Hmm.
how angry would you be and how much of a betrayal would it be to the writing, to the characters, to everything that makes sense if Mark forgives Omni Man kind of easily?
What do you mean by forgive? By forgive, do you mean
Like
joins up with him
okay,
or
so yes, let's say he joins up with him and he now accepts him as a father who has like thousands of years of indoctrination, and you know what, this guy didn't know any better. He just killed all those people because that's what he's been trained to do. and he would just tell his mom like, "Listen, dad was just never going to love you." He sha understands his side. He speaks with his dad heart to heart, and he's like, "Come on, you know what? You've been through it. You've suffered more than I've even suffered. Like me that thought I suffered."
For me, if he's doing it for the plot, so he says all of this and then does a three, was it 180, and switches up after he, gets all the skills, gets all the keys, all the knowledge. Word. If that doesn't happen, I mean, this is the only dimension where he hasn't followed
Joined.
Omni-Man, so I won't be too
Yeah,
upset. I'll be like, damn, I guess it was just meant to be. Like, it is what it is. I wouldn't be too
true.
upset. Hmm.
Yeah, I
Maybe it is
mean,
meant to be.
yeah, I mean, the way I see it is like from the way Mark has been moving this season, like he can't do that. Like he can't do that.
Oh,
Like
okay,
everything
but
he's yeah, no, I get you. Everything he's doing is to be the opposite of Omnima right now. And again, like I said, that nigga's frontal lobe is not developed. He's not gonna be listening to any explanation talking about how bro I was indoctrinated. This nigga is gonna say nigga fuck that, bro. He's gonna first be hands straight up hands, then maybe they might be able to converse a little bit. But for Mark to do a total 180 and be like, you know what, you weren't bugging that much, I doubt. If they do it, that means they are just fucking with us. They are trolling us. That's literally
see, this is what I'm saying because everyone's going to be angry. This is why, like, you don't. Everyone's going to be angry with Mark or whatever the writers take. But, Omo, that's a bond, bro. Father and son. You know, the only two Viltrumites that have abandoned their posts. They're against the Viltrumite Empire. Son, me and you against the world. And then Mark is going to watch his dad die, and he's going to feel like, damn, you know, he was fucked up, but he still gave me 18 good years of fatherhood, and like maybe 5 minutes of beating, and he will have to weigh it
Five.
up.
I mean, more than 5 minutes. Because if you count all the times that Omni Man let him get his ass beat, then
that was just
Yeah.
character building.
I mean, sure, but damn, it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. It just flashed in my head. Maybe that is a possibility. Maybe they sit down and talk, and we finally get some backstory on Omni Man, and he tells us how. But Omar, I don't think Omni Man regrets much of what he did, man.
He
I think
does
the
not
only
regret a thing.
Definitely don't. Don't regret that shit, bro.
This is a man with zero. When I say zero regrets, he regrets nothing.
Nothing, bro.
damn, you guys are not even giving him a little credit.
Did you see
Bro,
that man's eyes from
bro,
episode 1, season 1?
bro, that guy said his wife is a pet, bro. Does that look like a nigga that regrets shit?
Fair enough. I
Yeah.
think the only thing he's sad about is that even that Mark hasn't joined him. So even now, I wouldn't even trust him. He could be doing good cop, bad cop to try and get Mark to come to his side. He could be doing this whole nice dad p just to trick Mark. Because I think the only reason he's angry is because that's even why he was beating him. He thought by the time he decks Mark seriously, Mark he would beat sense into Mark's head. But Mark refused to give up. He said he would die from blows before he joins his father. So shout out to our boy, man, and shout out to Debbie.
Shout
Shout out
out
to
to our
Debbie
boy.
for shout out to Debbie for raising a son like that because it's only because of her side and
Mm,
obviously what she's taught this guy for 18 years. That's why he didn't
sense
follow
of
his dad
justice.
very easily. Exactly. Shout out to
Yep.
Debbie.
Hmm.
Debbie can hold her head prop.
She tried.
Ah. Okay, guys, are we feeling good? Are we ready to wrap? Are we looking forward to episode 4? How strongly are we looking to episode 4? I'm telling you, I've been itching since I watched episode 3. It's taken all every modicum of self control in me to not to not watch episode 4. But we're excited. We're almost there, and I know they're going to leave us on something even stronger of a cliffhanger and give us months to wait before part 2 of season 2 drops. But guys, we love Invincible. One of my favorite things to watch on TV right now, and they just keep impressing us. I'm sure there's more and more story to tell. Everything seems very interesting, and after we finish episode 4, we'll be back here again, and maybe before part 2 of season 2 comes out, we'll be back here again to give you a preview and talk a little bit with about any comic book similarities and differences and what we're looking forward to see in future seasons of Invincible. And I am so grateful that Invincible is on a network like Prime. So I'm not, knock on wood, I'm not worried about it being cancelled and I'm not worried about budgets. So, yeah. go. Let that statement from my lips to God's ears. Let it keep remaining like that. But yeah, anything from you guys before we wrap up?
R.I.P. my nigga Allen, man. He was funny.
Oh
Yeah.
damn, he really killed Alan as well. Alan survived that, and I was happy. And then they just took it from us. Very good.
Yeah, that was tough. This was actually a tough episode. Like, if you deep, guys, life is so hard.
It's so hard, man. It's so hard.
But yeah, no words for me. I
Damn,
think I've
Victoria is
said it all.
in full mourning mode for Alan.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Ow, you almost escaped. Victoria, can you
me.
tell the
Oh
viewers
God.
what's on your eyes? I love them, by the way, and they have this very nice
Oh my gosh. I mean,
reflective glow where it seems like
I'm
you
not
know what
being sponsored,
who you. Oh, fair
so
enough. Your eyes are
you know,
very the shades are very bright. They're
we've come
looking
into
very
the yeah. It's
very
reflective. I can
yeah
see you
exactly. See,
guys.
it's looking very
You
Gojo
know.
Satoru.
Yeah. Yeah. But these are the Naruto
Okay,
cloud things in it. I
they're
don't want
very
to say it
bright.
wrong and offend the community of which I so love. But
Fair.
yeah, like I said, I'm looking like my problems today, so I had to conceal the eyes at least, so I don't
Thank
scare the hotties away. Hotties
yeah.
rise.
Thank,
Yeah.
thank you for showing up. Thank you, Oseghale, for joining us again. This has been a great recording, great time. I've had a blast
Yeah.
talking about Invincible, and we look forward to next week's episode with you guys. We'll see what Omni Man is up to, how many blows Mark can land on him before he finishes him.
Oh my
So
gosh, should we take bets?
we should,
We should
we
actually.
should, we should. That's how we'll wrap up this episode. I say Omni Man allows Mark to hit him 3 times, and then
Damn, I was
yeah,
gonna say three as well.
okay, we can both
I'll
say
say
three.
five.
I'll say Omni
Let me
Man will
believe in the
let him.
boy.
I'll say Omni Man will allow him to land 3 blows. Then Mark
Yeah.
on his own will land two.
Nice, nice.
So the
Me,
thing is,
a combo of all of that.
okay,
Yeah, five in total. But I feel like
five.
Mark is gonna be completely. Will he be pummeled to the dust?
I don't think
I don't
Mark
know.
can. I don't think Mark can. I think Mark can hit Omni Man, but I don't think Mark can hit Omni Man. If you get what I mean, like Mark can hit Omni Man, but I don't think
Mm-hmm.
Like
Omni Man will
hurt
be
him.
moved. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't think it will be moved.
Mm. I just want him to land like one good blow, even if it's like a jab to the chin. And Omni Man is like, oof, I felt that. I want that for Mark. Yeah.
Fair, fair.
So I'm gonna go with
Okay,
one good blow.
one good blow. Okay, I'm at three, but no movement from Omni Man. Like it just bounces off him.
Mm.
Yeah, 3-3. The Omni Man lets him get. Then two surprises. Omni Man is like, all right, this nigga been in the lab. All right.
Yeah. Let's
Fair.
go.
I like that. Okay, we'll reconvene in a week and we'll find out what happens when you meet your dad who murdered countless people with your face and then proceeded to beat that face into a bloody pulp. All
When you
right,
put it
people.
like that,
See
that's
you next
crazy as
week.
hell.